Hey, 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 it's Sarah Love, and it is Wednesday, June 5th, 2019. Wow, isn't this exciting? We are living in the present, and it feels like the future, 2019. I am currently doing some time traveling myself because I am working on the 2020 calendar, and whoa, I just want to tell you that I'm bringing the love, yes, bringing the inspiration, yes, dedicating the calendar to the youth, to the children, to the next generation, yes, and it's going to be filled with more love and goodness, hope, and inspiration than I have ever mustered before, because that is what time it is. Going into 2020, like doing the art and doing the daily messages and all that stuff right now has really got me thinking about us and life and all the things, right? So I am here, dedicated, going for it, bringing the love, turning up the volume. And I am also really tuned in right now to what's going on energetically, and it's a lot. So we got to take care of ourselves. We got to prioritize calm and peace in our hearts as much as possible. That is the message. We've got to pay attention. We've got to be ready to make changes. We've got to do the healing. We've got to work on all the stuff. We've got, to be here for the stuff that is calling to us, okay? We're definitely being called up. This is not amateur hour anymore. We are being called up to bring our whole hearts into this. Get out of the ego, get out of our loops of BS, whether it's BS, I think I'm a piece of you know what, and I'm not worthy, and all this BS, or the BS that is like, I'm superior to other beings, and da-da-da, that BS. We got to get through that BS because you and I are alive, we're breathing, we're here, it's 2019, what an opportunity. We're embodied in this human form so that we can experience all kinds of things. And we are living at such a good, awesome, pivotal, transformational time. And we can't look away. We cannot look away, but we can rest and we can take care of ourselves. There's a big, huge distinction right now between self-care and self-love and thinking good thoughts and positive and wanting to stay optimistic and putting our head in the sand and looking away. That is not what I am here for. These daily messages on the calendar are not for you to go la 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 la, everything's great. Because we know that there is a crisis. We know that I'm not going to get into it because I'm here to bring you love, because you can go to a lot of other sources and find out all the intense, pretty horrible things that humans are doing to each other. And it's a cry for help. It's all a cry for help. So all hearts on deck, total, engagement in this present moment, and full on permission to take deeper, better care of yourself. Not talking about mani-pedis here. I'm talking about your soul, your emotions, your thoughts, your body, like deep nurturing care, and that a lot of times requires the buddy system. So permission granted to reach out of our little bubbles. We got to bust out of our little isolation bubbles. That's definitely part of the problem. And we got to build bridges. We got to come together. We got to support each other. What do you need? What are you needing right now? Is your mental state not feeling good? Is your emotional feeling overwhelmed? Is your body going into health crisis? You got to reach out and we got to help each other. Okay? So June is exciting for me when I flip this page. Have you flipped the page yet? It's June 5th. Sometimes I go a few days and I forget, and I look at the calendar and I'm like, oh no, I gotta flip it. So flip the page. I love it. Turn the page. New chapter. New start. Whew! June is light and bright and happy and shining, and we've got support. We have got support from the elemental realms. This is the elemental card from the Mystic Oracle deck. This art is the card. You've probably seen a theme here on the calendar that the top months are correlated with a card from the deck. Super cool. And it's like an oracle. As you know, every day on the calendar is like a little oracle for you. And this was May, which was resonance. So for May, we may have felt like a lot of things that were a little bit tricky, at least for me. And this is June, which is so uplifting and powerful because this is the elemental card. We're looking at fairies. We're looking at nature. We're looking at waterfalls. We're looking at flowers and trees. And this is not, again, just like, yay, light and fluffy, it's all fairyland. No, this is the truth. This is our inner child, our 5-year-old self, remembering the connection we have with nature, with plants, with being outside, with getting dirty, with putting our feet on the earth, with making mud pies with our hands. This is like health and healing program, okay? So for June, if you can get outside, if you can engage in any kind of daydreaming, cloud watching, flower power, whatever you do to rejuvenate yourself, nature is gonna be big medicine for us. Big medicine this month. And if you can remember, that there are unseen things happening. There are gnomes and fairies and devas in the world that we just can't see because of our limited perception. But when we were kids, we could see a lot of things, and we weren't just playing make-believe. We could talk to the flowers all day long. So this is your permission granted slip to say, go talk to the flowers, okay? If you're feeling like, ooh, things are too heavy, you need to get your feet on the earth. You need to get outside. Now, in the Mystics Almanac, there's 3 cards, and one of them is also the children card. So that the theme of the month is really, really, really about the inner child, and it's also about the future generations, okay? So this is like, boom, this is where I'm at. This is what I'm doing with the 2020 calendar creation right now, is finding the bridge, and I want you to help this happen. Find the bridge between your inner child and the future generations, okay? Does that make sense? The bridge between the healing that needs to happen. Like, imagine if everyone in the world had a healthy inner child. Can you imagine? Boom, that would take care of a lot of issues, like a ton of stuff, because that's what we're doing. We're all playing out wounds and all of this stuff, right? Because that's why I love to love you. I love to talk about self-love, because giving love to ourselves heals our inner child in big, huge ways, because most of us didn't grow up with people that knew how to love in a beautiful, high-minded, amazing, unconditional way. So we spend a lot of our lives striving for it, or rebelling against, or doing things to try to manipulate and contort ourselves for someone to love us, or someone to appreciate us, or just like not be ashamed of the shadow sides of us, that we can be actually fully present. So, yes, deep breaths. This month, if you can do anything to love on your own inner child, to love up your deep self, if you have a picture of yourself, like anything from elementary school or any baby pictures, put it somewhere where you can see it this month. Put it somewhere where you can look at your little baby self and say, oh my God, I'm so precious. I was just a tiny, sweet, innocent, beautiful person. Tiny, beautiful person. That's us. We're all the tiny, beautiful people on the inside, and we got to grow up, and we got to be all in our ego tripping, and we've got to get through this ego trip faster than we're doing it right now. We've got to evolve from all the comparisons, all the grabbing of status and material possessions. It is all the things that are causing the environmental destruction, our mental health destruction. So many things are derived from this false sense of, I gotta have more, or they have more and I have less, and all of this huge hamster wheel of consumerism and capitalism. It's not built for our health. I'll tell you that. It is not built, the system is not built for our health and happiness. So guess what? We gotta do it ourselves. We gotta do it together, and we gotta do it ourselves. So whatever you can do this month of June to love the crap out of yourself, as deeply into like the inner baby sweetheart child that you are self, as deeply, and this may be hard. This is not all rainbows and butterflies and unicorns. This could bring tears and emotions and intense stuff because there's a lot of wounds in there. But if we're all walking around with these wounds that have never been healed and we pretend that they're not there and we just cover them up and don't even go there, that is what is really not fun and is causing so much pain and suffering. Okay? Are you with me? I hope so. So, a couple tools. I want to give you some tools on how to do this. So, of course, every day of the calendar builds on itself. So, January 1st, welcome change. January 2nd, choose love. Okay? We're getting into it, right? And so this is definitely your daily little mantras, little love, little something new, something exciting to hold on to. And then you get the daily email. If you get the daily email for free, just get the daily email, because every day of the message of the calendar has an expanded, like just one paragraph, pretty short, but a deeper message for your mind to like chew on a little bit. Okay, what does it mean? What does that mean? Oh, okay. So I've written all that for you. So go to istandforlove.com, sign up for the daily email. It's totally free. Now, Patreon. I want to talk to you about the Patreon page, patreon.com/istandforlove. I do a monthly video. So right now there's 5-hour-long creative videos. So even for $1 a month, $5 a month, you're supporting me. That feels really, really good. Thank you so much. And you are then getting this access to these creative breakthrough sessions. So for 1 hour, we get to make art together. So I tell you about my process. I tell you how I set up my altars. I tell you that all the cards that I pull before the art that I make, and I show you how to do the collage and do the painting in my wild and creative way. So if you've got kids, especially maybe preteen, because I tend to cuss a little bit on those videos. Oops. And you can just get into Patreon and get those videos. That's 5 hours of really fun art making activities, but I'm also putting in the self-love. I'm putting in the things that I do to get over my inner critics, the different music I listen to, all of that stuff is in the Patreon videos. So that is fun summer school. If you have kids or just for yourself, you've got Sarah Love on video, and and by the end of June, there'll be 6 hours of this creative breakthrough sessions. So that's something that is super duper fun. I also want to talk about I Stand for Love Day, because August 8th is coming up so fast. And I am not sure exactly what's going to happen. I am reading the signs and looking for the messages, but I want to inspire each of us to think of something really fun and loving to do. Whether we do something for our neighbor, we do something at work, we do something online that inspires people. I want August 8th to really just be grassroots love in this world. Because what if for one day people were doing loving kindness actions, collectively? What could happen? I don't know, but I want to find out. So August 8th, stay tuned for that. There'll be more information coming. But for now, I just want you to take this bright, shiny sunshine, flowers, fairies, and bring it into your heart. Take a deep breath. Let it out with a big old sigh. Let your shoulders hang down. Let your jaw relax. And just say, I love you to yourself, okay? I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And whatever part of yourself is needing it the most, just give it. Just offer it up. Every day, I love you right into your own heart. That's it. That's it. And it's big. And when you go in the restroom, wash your hands, look at your own eyes and say, I love you to yourself. There's only one you. throughout all time and space in the universe. There is only one of you. And when you were born, you changed the world because you showed up. And before, you weren't here, and then you got here, and then the world changed because you're here. So you've already changed the world. You're one of a kind throughout all time and space, so no comparisons. And you deserve love. You're worthy of love. So just heap it on. Heap it on yourself and see how it changes your day. See how it changes your relationships. Because when you're filling up your own battery, when you're filling up that little empty hole that we all have, man, good things happen. Healing happens. So that's what I got for you, my love. I just want you to live your best life, and I want to get to a future that is more loving for the next generation. And it's kind of up to us. Okay? So you got to take care of yourself. Don't look away from what's happening on this earth. We are being called up to deal and to heal. To deal and to heal with what's happening. Changes are coming. And let's not get swept away into next year, into 2020 with the big old election. We got to stay grounded. We got to stay centered in our hearts. And we got to make the best choices for the future. And that's up to us. And the month of June, have some fun. Get into nature. Love yourself. Talk to the flowers. You know, we got to have both. We got to have it. We got to have the fun and the pleasure and the experience of love as much as possible so that then we can make the changes. And we have the fuel to do it. Okay? Awesome! I love you. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful month. I will see you soon. Mwah! Bye.